for the $100,000 Holiday Gold Rush. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Drawings are Fridays and Sundays at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. Win up to $1,000 in free play when you match 2 prize cards. And every 100 slot or table points earned gets you another shot at the gold. Rush in today, only at Casino del Sol. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Belly holds it there, briefly double teamed off to Krivas. Trap, squeezes through the defense and slams it home.
Big Mo Krivas throwing his size and weight around there, not being denied for the two-handed flush.
Big win for the Arizona Wildcats, 84-49 at McKale Center over the NAU Lumberjacks. 3-0 now is the record, heading out to Los Angeles for the big one. The game against the UCLA Bruins at the Intuit Dome on Friday night, and then UConn on the road in Stores coming up a week from tomorrow. Let's talk about it. 520-848-1290, 520-848-1290, Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. I am here. Kelvin is here. J-Dub is here as well. And we want to talk to you. Top takeaways on this one. 18, guys, seems to be the number with this team this year. We had, 3 18-point scores the last time out. And we had another 18-point score today as the other freshman stepped into the scoring book. Dwayne Aristode got hot in that second half. It kind of felt like it until he started making shots. It kind of felt like nobody was making a whole lot of shots to me. I was like watching a lot of missed shots, although the Wildcats had a sizable lead in that game. But good to see Dwayne do that. I had hoped to see kind of a bounce back game from Moteas Krivas. He came out, seemed like the second half, that early part of the second half, with his hair on fire, making buckets and blocking shots. 12 points, 7 rebounds, 4 blocks tonight from Moteas Krivas. That was good to see. And they just basically, I don't know if they put the clamps on Northern Arizona. Northern Arizona just wasn't a very good shooting team. They ended up shooting just 32% in the game. But hey, our guy Travar Jackson from Pima, I think I'm not. Don't quote me, but I think he scored all 10 of his points on dunks. I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna have to look that up. But I think he went 5 for 8, and all 5 of those were dunks. So shout out to our guy Trey Boogie for his performance tonight, and the Wildcats get the win. Top takeaways, Kelvin Ifan.
I thought U of A came in and locked down. I mean, the defense that they was playing was just tenacious. They was just all over the guys, really D'ing up, switching, being physical. To me, Jackson from Pima is the only one really that really showed a lot of athleticism for him. There's a couple other guys with some shots, but Jackson had the kind of athleticism that could actually compete with the U of A. But defensively, I just thought it was all about that, just locking up, making it very hard for them to run their offense. I thought it would be like this. This is exactly what I said in the pregame show. I said I think they're gonna come in with a defensive focus to make sure they're locked in and ready going forward to these next games.
JW Madden, your thoughts on an 84-49 win?
My first big takeaway, guys, was 11 assists on the first 11 field goals. And you love to see it because we're talking about incorporating new players, new faces. It's not always easy to get everybody on the same page. That 12th field goal happened to be an offensive rebound by Koa Pete, right? But 11 for 11 is a crazy number. And my second takeaway, you've already touched on it, but Dwayne Aristode, guys, didn't play basketball last year.
Yeah.
It takes time to get back in that game shape because it takes time to find that rhythm again. Rhythm. Basketball is about the most muscle memory sport that there is. And if you're out there running around with your friends on the playground, there's just two of you, whatever, you can get it done. But Kelvin, when you're talking about high-level top D1 defense, and every D1 team, for the record, is a good team, regardless of whether or not they're Lumberjacks or not. The takeaway was Dwayne Aristode found his footing again. His jump shot, Kelvin, we didn't see it in the first couple of games, but that release is very fluid and very smooth from his toes to his gooseneck, and really quick, a lot quicker than he shot the ball in the first couple of games. And big Moteus Krivas, also sat out the vast majority of last year. So 11 assists on the first 11 field goals. Dwayne Aristode and Moteus Krivas finding their way, feeling their way through this early season, and getting back into that mentality of game day, because it's been a minute since both those guys played basketball. And so great to see it. All 8 guys that were in the main rotation. I looked up and down when all the assists were flying, guys. Everybody but one player had, of the 8, everybody but Mo had an assist. So it wasn't one dude getting all the assists. They were just sharing the ball all over the place. And lockdown defense, like Kelvin said. They're prepping for some big boys on the schedule. They got to go, obviously play the Bruins here on Friday. Storrs is right around the corner. So you got to get everybody on the same page. Really great effort in that first half. And I'll tell you, I think Liam might have gotten into some of those guys' ears at halftime and said, okay, 46-17 at half, guys. Let's maybe not ease up. Obviously, they're going to play hard. But, yeah, NAU 32-38 in the second half. They came out and played much better.
The number you mentioned from that first half, fewest points Arizona has allowed in the first half in McKale Center, going back 6 seasons to just after the January 4th of 2020. ASU, they held the Sun Devils that day to 17 points. I remember that game. They held them to 17 points in the first half. And today they put the clamps for sure on this Northern Arizona team in that first stanza as well. So great defense to open things up, to really set the tone, as Northern Arizona held to just 17 points. They missed all 5 of their threes in that first half and went 7 of 28 from the field. So a good showing tonight for Arizona, leading up to the game against UCLA coming up on Friday. You mentioned the assists. I think this is the second game this season. They've had 5 players with 3 or more assists. So you talked about the sharing, and a number of guys doing that. Jaden Bradley had 3. Koa Pete had 3. Dwayne Aristode had 3. Anthony Del Orso had 3. Ivan Karchinkov, maybe the most interesting line, did not score a point, missed all 5 of his shots, but he had 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 blocks, and 3 steals. So yeah, gotta like that, filling up other areas of the stat sheet without the benefit of being able to score any points in the ball game. And the Wildcats win it 84-49. All right, we'll get much more into everything that happened. We'll break it fully down for you. We'll hear from the head coach of the Wildcats as well as the players after the game. And we want to hear from you as well at 520-848-1290. 84-49, Arizona 3-0 after a win over Northern Arizona. For Kelvin Ifan and JW Madden, I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air and Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Acclaim Drain and Plumbing Solutions, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
If you could rewind 10 years, what would you do differently? Buy Apple stock at $20? Skip the Ghost Pepper Challenge? Maybe even rethink the skinny jeans. Nate here, owner of Blue Sky Pest Control. Some regrets are harmless, termite damage isn't. You can't go back in time, but you can keep termites from eating your future. Call Blue Sky Pest Control today for your free termite inspection. Hello, Blue Sky. Goodbye, pests.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than four walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's Truck Month at O'Reilly Chevrolet. Here's how you know you might need a new one. If your tailgate's held on with a bungee cord and a prayer, you might need a new truck. O'Reilly Chevrolet is here for your fresh start with years of experience and quality people. So what are you waiting for? See us at O'Reilly Chevrolet on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. O'Reilly Chevrolet, giving you more since 1924. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
Graduating from high school, I realized that I didn't have all the tools I needed to help me in the next chapter of my life. The Earn to Learn program has helped me pursue my passion for early childhood education with confidence, and the financial education supported by Hughes Federal Credit Union has been invaluable to prepare me for my university career and the world beyond.
Find out how Hughes and Earn to Learn join forces to support student success at hughesfcu.org/earn-to-learn. Insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. In the top-rated Vail School District, Rockin' K is close to work, shopping, and services. Tour 18 model homes by top-tier builders, offering move-in ready homes and special incentives. LiveRockingK.com. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Uh-oh, another plumbing disaster. Don't panic. Call the pros at Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. From clogged drains to full-blown repipe repairs, our expert team is fast, getting repipes done in one day. Reliable, professional, and always ready 24/7. When water won't behave, Acclaimed saves the day. Call 520-200-1089 or visit acclaimed-drain.com. Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions. Trusted, local, acclaimed.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
First Chiropractic is pleased to announce that Access Health Plans now cover chiropractic care. A referral by your PCP is required. For more information, go to firstchiro.com, the most trusted name in chiropractic care. A proud U of A radio sponsor.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Out to Burries. Dump it off for Owaka. Throw it inside for Pete. He'll slam it home. That's how you beat the double team. Okoa Pete with his first two. He's averaging 24 through 2 games.
Koa Pete, 10 points, another double-digit scoring game for the freshman. Didn't maybe shoot the ball as well tonight as he did the first 2 games, just 3 of 10. But he did have 10 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. So a very solid game again for Koa Pete as the Wildcats knock off Northern Arizona by a score of 84 to 49 at McKale Center to go to 3-0. On the season. Thoughts on Koa's play tonight, guys, and what you saw from him? Again, I talked about a lot of missed shots early, and he was one of those guys that just couldn't get the ball to fall a lot early in that, really more so late in that first half and early in that second half.
Yeah, just like you said, the ball just wasn't falling. It wasn't like they were just really running plays. And it wasn't like he was even really being super aggressive. Like, he was just playing within the system and just playing with the Florida offense, I felt.
Yeah, there might have been one up and under finish he could have been a little bit more patient with. Maybe give the little head fake, shoulder fake, let the defender fly by. But, yeah, I mean, I agree. I think there were a couple of moments where Koa was a little aggressive. And I don't know, Kelvin, maybe when you're used to playing against a little bit bigger players, it's a little bit of a weird adjustment. And not to mention that they clearly were trying to feed Mo Krivas on the block early in that game. You notice, like, they tried to get him the ball maybe, the first 10 times down, like 3 or 4 times, and he got doubled instantaneously, right? So NAU wasn't about to let Moteus Krivas get crazy, but Koa Pete is at his best just within that flow. I mean, just making things happen as he's clearly a very high IQ, basketball IQ player with that physicality and footwork. So, yeah, I mean, I think he was happy to probably see Kelvin, his boys, go off a little bit that hadn't really eaten a little bit much. I mean, Dwayne Aristode, we hadn't seen him score much, so I'm sure Koa was happy to see his fellow freshmen get going a little bit. And, one thing I wanted to talk about real quick is Braden Burries. One of the negatives, if we're going to talk all positives about this game, Kelvin, Braden on ball needs to guard the ball a little bit better. A couple times he got stripped out at the point when he was taking over for JB. Just a little bit. The ball's a little bit out too far out in front of him. Just that Steve Kerr shoulder the ball, get your body between you and the defender, hide that ball from the defender, be a little bit stronger, like we were talking about with Keys. UCLA Bruins, Kelvin, at the point of attack, are about as handsy and aggressive on-ball defenders as it gets. So next couple days, just focus on that. Be strong with the ball. We know he's got the handles. Just has to take care of the ball a little bit better.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. Braden Burries, you mentioned, finished tonight with 9 points, 3 of 7 from the floor. He was 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 block, and 1 steal. There was 6 guys that had a steal in this game. That was good to see. They turned Northern Arizona over 17 times, and that was one of the stats that stood out. They had 25 points off those 17 turnovers, did the Arizona Wildcats tonight. And I mean, it's amazing. You go from game one where you take 5 threes to taking 26 3-point shots in this ball game. Northern Arizona did a lot of doubling the post early in the ball game. What did you guys see there in terms of how the Wildcats handled that in the early stages of the game?
I thought they did a good job moving the ball, getting it out to the perimeter. Guys were getting shots up. I think guys were trying to find a stroke as far as with the on the perimeter, as far as with the threes, because I like attacking. I like still getting in the lane, making things happen. I know coach is cool with the team taking like 20. They took 26. They made 11. One kid really got hot there with the 6 and 9. But we know, J-Dub, you're not going to be able to get 9 shots like that in a real game.
Yeah.
Right? So, you're not going to be able to find yourself. You're going to have to pick your spots and be wisely about how you pick them. So I just think it's just one of them things where, you play these games, you get guys feeling good about themselves, but at the same time, you got to reel them in and make them understand that how they're going to have to be able to play when you're playing against better competition.
Yeah, the one thing I will say about the double on the post, DK, is the times I did see Moteus Crivas get that double, it was a hard double, and obviously those guys are not 7'2", so they're not coming at him with size. He can see over the top of that. But either you need to have a backdoor cut from the opposite side of the court, right at the rim, find that for an open layup, or get the ball out to that left wing, back to the top of the key, back to the right side for a quick drive. You got to move it quickly, and they did not do that. On those post doubles, they weren't moving the ball quickly and around the horn. You can find some easy offense that way. But again, I mean, with Florida, they had the size. They didn't need to double. They weren't doubling anybody because they got a bunch of All-Americans returning on their front line. And coincidentally, DK, the reason that Arizona only shot 5 threes in that game is because all those defenders were coming out, and it was all one-on-one. NAU was packing the paint tonight. NAU did not want Tobe Awaka, Moteus Crivas, Koa Pete having 10 dunks each. That was clearly the game plan. So what was open was the perimeter, and there are shooters on this team. If it's an open shot within the flow of the offense, you got to take it. Couple of might have been a little bit early in the shot clock, Kelvin, but I don't know that the coaches aren't telling them to take those shots. First good shot. But, yeah, I mean, much cleaner and crisper offense. I will say, we didn't talk about this, but I think they only had 4 turnovers in that first half, if memory serves. Let's see. They had, 4 turnovers in the first half to go with those 13 assists. So 13-4 is a crazy ratio.
Yeah.
Just could move the ball a little bit quicker against those doubles.
All right, time now for your Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game. Several candidates for this tonight. You had Koa Pete with 7 boards. You had Moteus Crivas with 7. Tobe Awaka, another solid game in 22 minutes, 10 points on 4-5. He had 9 rebounds. I'm going to go with Crivas, though. I wanted Crivas to play well tonight. He had 5 of those 7 at the offensive end for Arizona. Let's see, what was the second chance count tonight? 12 points on the second chance on 13 offensive rebounds, but my vote's going to Mo Crivas for tonight.
I'm going to go with Koa Pete because, when you see a kid not have a great offensive game, only 3 for 10 right there, did go 4 for 4 from the free throw line, though, but make the effort and get 7 boards, 4 on the defensive end, 3 on the offensive end. That's where then 3 assists, 2 steals, but just showing that is more to his game than just scoring.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both you guys. If I have to be the tiebreaker, I'll go with Moteus Crivas in the second half. Second half, Moteus Crivas, I think he had most of his offensive rebounds. There was one stretch where he had like 2 or 3 offensive rebounds on 5 possessions, had those 2 back-to-back hook shots and all that. And we know Koa, is going to go in there and manhandle guys on the board. I mean, the poor guy who was guarding him tonight, Kelvin, every time he lowered his shoulder, he would just fly 5 feet out the way. Mo rebounding in traffic with that 7'2" frame, hands straight up. I mean, he wasn't jumping for a lot of those rebounds, just straight positioning and being aware of where the ball was at. So I guess tonight it'll be Moteus Crivas for me.
Moteus Crivas is your Window Depot Glass Cleaner of the Game. Window Depot, lowest prices and biggest inventory. Shop the Window Depot. Arizona beats Northern Arizona 84-49. The streak continues against the Jacks, and now it's on to L.A. for a meeting with the rival Bruins on Friday night. That'll be an 8 o'clock Mountain Standard Time tip-off, Tucson time. Our coverage on Friday night will begin at 4:30 in the afternoon with Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Much more coming up for you straight ahead. We still got our keys to the game. We'll hear from Tommy Lloyd and the players after the contest. I think Tommy did a little bit of an extended press conference tonight because he will not have another one before they head out to Los Angeles. So we'll hear what the head coach had to say about tonight's game as well as about UCLA coming up on Friday night. Plus, we'll get you all the scores from around the nation as well. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day continues after this timeout. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster Garage Door Opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit KaiserGarage.com to learn more.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or RoyalKia.com.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
Looking for top-notch lumber and framing? Johnson Manley Lumber has been your trusted expert since 1970, specializing in both residential and commercial projects. Our experienced teams, cutting-edge technology, and reliable supply chain ensure your framing is on time and on budget every time. We're proud to be employee-owned and community-rooted in Tucson. Learn more at johnsonmanley.net. Proud supporter of the University of Arizona radio broadcast. Go Wildcats.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. 10-year parts and labor warranty. Plus a free system upgrade.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
Rush into Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun this holiday season for the $100,000 Holiday Gold Rush. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Drawings are Fridays and Sundays at 6, 7, and 8 p.m. Win up to $1,000 in free play when you match 2 prize cards. And every 100 slot or table points earned gets you another shot at the gold. Rush in today, only at Casino del Sol. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put members' success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Hi, this is Tim Couch, retired NFL quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, partner at Meridian Wealth Management, and proud member of Meridian's Tucson Advisory Business Council. It's my favorite time of year, college football season. I've always been a proud Wildcat. As our firm has grown in Tucson with Ruben and Natalie Fernandez, I now cheer on 2 Wildcats every year. My alma mater of Kentucky, of course, and our U of A Cats. Here's to a great football season, and go Cats.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Did you know collecting sports cards is one of the fastest growing hobbies around? Whether you're looking to start or expand your collection, Showtime Cards is your ultimate destination. As one of the leading card shops in the country, they've been serving our community for over 25 years with the best in sports cards and trading card games. From rare finds to the latest releases, Showtime Cards has it all. Check them out at ShowtimeCards.com or visit them today at 5801 East Speedway. And discover why collectors everywhere trust Showtime Cards for their passion.
Hi, I'm Jordan Benjamin with Done Right Services. When your home or business needs HVAC, plumbing services, or electrical work, trust a true local Tucson company, Done Right Services. We pride ourselves on delivering top-notch service, fair pricing, and expert craftsmanship. The job isn't finished unless it's done right. Weekend emergency? No problem. Just give us a call. We're here when you need us. You deserve the best, and Done Right Services delivers. Call us today for a free estimate at 520-369-3966.
KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
CD lost the handle, gets it back, feed it to Aristode, tries another 3. Oh my goodness. Dwayne Aristode with his 5th three-pointer of the night. Alexis of Tucson Charity 3. 15 points for Aristode.
He would finish with 18 points, 5 of those threes coming in the second half of the game for Dwayne Aristode. He would go 5 of 7 from 3 in the second half, finish 6 of 9, 18 points in an 84-69 win for your Arizona Wildcats over the Northern Arizona Lumberjacks at McKale Center. Wildcats open at home with 2 wins over the Utah Tech Trailblazers and the Jacks, and now big-time competition coming up with the next 2 toughies of the non-conference, UCLA on Friday and UConn next Wednesday, both on the road. Let's go back out to McKale Center and hear from Dwayne Aristode and Jaden Bradley after an 84-49 win by the Wildcats over the Lumberjacks.
Dwayne, you went, I think it was until like 9 minutes left in the second game before you took a shot in college. Did you just feel like you didn't have the right opportunity or what?
Nah, I had every opportunity presented to me, It's just a change of mindset. Obviously we can make excuses that I didn't play a whole year and trying to get my rhythm back, but, enough of that. Coach wanted me to be aggressive, so it was time I start being aggressive.
Once you started hitting those shots, did it just feel like you just couldn't miss?
Yeah, I just found my rhythm. I was just hooping. I had nothing to worry about. Just shooting, man. Just playing basketball.
Impact's most likely to be? Obviously you can shoot, but you can do other things. What have you been feeling like you're going to be able to help this team with?
I think whatever coach asked me to do. This year, obviously we all talented guys, but we all got to sacrifice certain things. So, you know, whatever he asks me to do, you know, rebound, pass, cut, you know, make a play, you know, whatever.
There have been, you know, you're talking about coming back from last year. I didn't know, like, you know, as the preseason's gone on, you know, you felt like you've made an impact, or, you know, in certain areas where you really can make a difference?
In previous games?
Yeah, where do you think, yeah.
In previous games, I would say no. I was still trying to get my body rhythm, but at the same time, you know, can't make excuses for that. You know, just finding areas that I can make a difference, like defense, you know, play hard defense, trying to make an impact on the ball, communicate, you know, pass the ball quick, cut, get rebounds, you know, just little things that I can do.
Jaden, you've had a couple of acrobatic finishes over the last couple of games. Is that something that just comes naturally, or something that you work on in practice? Or?
I would just say feel for the game. You know, crazy plays, probably can't replicate it, but yeah, just feel the game.
What is it like in practice trying to score or go in the paint against Mo and Koa and Tobey?
Stay out the paint for sure. You know, it's dangerous down there. You got Tobey, Koa, Crevis, even Ceedy, probably the best shot blocker I've seen in a minute. So just going against those guys every day, and you know, gets me better, gets our teammates better. So I'm just so happy to have those guys on our team.
What kind of progress do you see in Mo?
Mo, I mean, I've seen a little bit of Mo today, but that's something that, you know, we seen every day. Just his finishing around the rim, getting rebounds, and you know, he's been working on a lot, you know, with his injury, and kudos to Mo, and you know, he's getting better every day.
You got a couple quick fouls there. You got a guy like Waka coming in. How's that? Because it's almost like a 1-2 punch.
Yeah, you know, this team is so deep. So when Mo gets fouls, we got Tobey. You know, that's the you know, the blessing of the team, and so we're happy with anybody that comes in that coach trusts. So.
You shot 23s at the first two games, and then 28, 29 tonight. Is that what's more likely to happen on average with this team? Do you feel like, you know, how much of it will be part of your offense going?
I think, you know, coach knows that we're a good shooting team. You know, just good looks and good rhythm shots. So whatever the number that might be, you know, if coach is happy with it, you know, and he trusts us, so. No, whatever number.
What do you think, Jaden? You've been part of a couple other teams. How do you feel like the threes will mix in with this group?
It's just how teams are playing us. I feel like our first game versus Florida, they were kind of taking away the three, and so we weren't forcing anything. And you know, tonight y'all seen we're capable from three. You know, Dwayne got hot, and you know that's every night. Braden hit a couple, Deli hit a couple. So just depending on how teams are playing us, and you know, we'll adjust.
Seen that from Dwayne, or what have you seen from him in practice yourself? Yeah.
You know, Dwayne he's all over the court. You know, dunking and you know, getting steals. He's our energy guy, and you know, when he comes in, you know, we know he's capable of hitting threes like that, and you know, I'm just excited for him that he, you know, showed the world today that you know, he can do a little bit of everything.
Looking ahead to UCLA, and I know you probably haven't done much scouting on him, but Jaden, you've played against UCLA in the past. What do you expect from a team that Mick Cronin coaches?
You know, they're a great team. You know, last time I played them, you know, we lost. So, you know, I definitely got that in the back of my head. And, you know, we're going to, you know, hit practice and, you know, go over this scout. You know, it's going to be a tough physical game. And we know, you know, they're a great team. And we know the history behind it. So, you know, we're going to go get ready to play UCLA.
Have you heard any stories of the Arizona-UCLA rivalry?
I did, man. I did. I was watching last year when I was hurt, the game that we were up by how much? 15, 20?
Yeah, it was up.
And, you know, we just, 13, we'll let it slip away. But, you know, I know the rivalry, so it's going to be a physical game. I look forward to it.
So you were at home being like a fan. What was that like watching that game?
So I was already committed by that time. As the time I was in the booth, I was pissed. We were up by 13. We let it slip away. And I know coach wasn't happy, but so, you know, we got something for it on Friday.
What do you enjoy about a physical game?
It's, you know, kind of tests your manhood. You know, who wants it more? You know, it's a battle between great teams. You know, respective teams, both in the West. So, you know, it's a great rivalry.
When you look back, not only at that game, but just that was kind of the end of a rough patch for you guys. What did you take out of that? When you look back on it, what was going on, and how did you feel you guys kind of turned it around after that?
We definitely had a slow start last year. Everybody knows that, and going through a little bit of rough patch, but it kind of shaped us, throughout the year, and we learned from our mistakes, and we don't want to start like that this time around the year, and we're just learning from every game and every practice.
Is there anything about that UCLA game, giving up the lead, or anything else about that game particularly where you thought, where it kind of was something like you didn't let happen maybe the rest of the year?
Yeah, definitely giving up the lead, and got to finish and close games, and we've been working on that. There are different press breaks and stuff to manage the game late in the game.
Jaden, you guys had a press they used a lot in the first half, or a couple times. Is that something that we're going to see a lot more this season, especially with Koa leading that press?
We're a very physical, athletic team, and whenever coach calls a press, we work on it. So I feel like it's gonna throw a different look at teams and kind of make them think twice and kind of give us more time on the back end of the shot clock. So.
All right, thanks, guys.
All right, that was the fellas after the ball game. Jaden Bradley and Dwayne Aristode. Dwayne Aristode, 6 of 10 from the field, 6 of 9 from 3. 18 points, 5 of those in the second half. And again, a few of those were open looks, uncontested, but he did hit one. I remember that was a contested three. Just felt like it just looked like he had a good stroke on all of those shots.
That one you just mentioned is the one that's going to count. So because that was a curl off the baseline and came right up to the three, caught the ball, and it was gone. It was gone, Kelvin. That was a really quick catch and shoot. It wasn't a closely defended play, but there was a defender right on his left shoulder, had his hand up. So that ability, to me, what is he, 6'7", 6'8"? I mean, he's got some good size, a really quick release. That quick release and the fluidity of it, Kelvin. The first thing you're going to teach somebody, Kelvin Ifon, comes in as a 12-year-old, I don't know nothing about basketball, teach me. The first thing I'm going to teach him is it's from your toes all the way through your wrist. I mean, your whole body needs to be involved in your shot. And the smoother you get with that, you'll see that Dwayne Aristode kind of release where it's quick. I mean, that's a half a second, three-quarter second release, but it's a fluid shot. It's going through his whole body. Really impressed by that.
Yeah, very strong guy, so he's able to really use the form, use his legs. And a lot of people don't realize it, like you said, from the feet through your legs all the way up through the top. And he gets it off quick with great form. But to me, I love when guys can make wide open shots. It's cool to make that pressure shot because to me, what pressure is really on it. You're shooting it with a hand in your face, right? But to me, when you're wide open, you should shoot a high percentage. And when I see guys able to do that, now you can trust this guy to be on the court. When a double team comes, he can make them pay for it. So those are the ones I like to see. I like to see when a guy gets open or we run a play for him and he comes off a screen and he makes a shot on call. That's when you have a player.
Yeah, him and Deli should really just watch some Steph footage. Like, watch how you get an open to space, because there's so many players on this team, Kelvin, who are going to command a lot of extra defensive attention. Doesn't matter if Koa's got it going. Obviously, Tobe Awaka is a monster, guys. I mean, that dude, the ball anywhere near him by the rim, he's going to finish through people. So, and Brady Burries, obviously. JB is amazing at getting to the rim at will. So there's going to be a lot of opportunities for those catch and shoot guys to find open space within that offense and just be ready for the catch. Because, yeah, I mean, the toughest shot in basketball, Kelvin, might as well be the wide open look, right? Where, they got no pressure on you. You feel a little bit cleaner sometimes when there's a defender on you. But, yeah, really impressed so far with what I've seen from Dwayne Aristode. And like he said right there, enough with the I was off last year. I mean, it's a storyline, right? It takes time to work your way back in, but he's worked his way back in. So I think that's his coming out party. He's ready to go. He's part of the rotation. Good for him.
Arizona shot an even 47% in this game tonight. They were 14 of 30 in the first half. They were 14 of 30 in the second half, and a 84-49 win over Northern Arizona.
Before this game, the team leader in three-pointers made through 2 games was Del Orso and Burries, tied with 3.
And
so Dwayne Aristode doubled up
the
total of the team leaders and three-pointers made with this one game alone.
Burries had just one tonight. Deli had 2. He went 2 of 6.
Koa had 1.
Yeah.
His form, Kelvin.
That was a good, yeah. It was,
I mean,
the one he made, I thought looked a little weird. But
his guide hand, his left hand, his guide hand is a little off to the side when he's shooting from distance like that. That I haven't seen him take a shot from 22 feet out. So, yeah, a little bit of a push, but it went in, right? And that's what matters.
84-49, Arizona wins. When we come back, we'll find out who beat the book tonight. It got close, as it always seems to do. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Kelvin Efon is here. I'm David Kelly, along with J.W. Madden. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Our Window Depot postgame coverage is just getting started. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by Advantage Air Mechanical, Cactus Auto Company, Casino del Sol, Done Right Services, Drain Masters, First Chiropractic, Idaho Central Credit Union, Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating and Plumbing, Royal GMC, Buick and Cadillac, Royal Kia, Royal Jaguar Land Rover, The Window Depot, Acclaimed Drain and Plumbing Solutions, Bear Down Roofing, Dorado Rock, Essential Pest Control, Goodfellas AC, Hughes Federal Credit Union, Johnson Manley Company, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Life's busy. Errands, kids, work, the I-10 grind. Who's got time to sit at a detail shop?
That's why Recon Auto Detailing comes to me. Mobile detailing keeps my car spotless without losing a minute of my day.
From mobile washes to in-shop ceramic coatings, tint, and paint protection, we're Tucson's one-stop shop for keeping your ride looking new. Convenience, care, confidence, that's Recon Auto Detailing. Ceramic Pro West, Tucson.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' Cay. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. Visit Lennar's 2 communities in Rockin' Cay, with home savings up to $25,000 and limited time interest rate and closing cost incentives on select move-in ready homes. LiveRockingCay.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Tohono O'odham Nation.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Discover your perfect vehicle at Cactus Auto, Tucson's trusted destination for certified pre-owned cars for over 30 years. They offer a wide range of certified pre-owned vehicles featuring the brands and models you love. Their finance experts are here to provide you with top dollar trade-in offers and help you find the best financing options, regardless of your credit history. With approved credit, enjoy no payments for up to 90 days. Trust Cactus Auto for quality, affordable pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, all backed by incredible savings and a 7-day exchange guarantee. Visit cactusauto.com.
Think of waking up with energy, standing tall and feeling free. Think First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
For over 30 years, Tucson has been putting its trust in First Chiropractic for auto and on-the-job injuries. They're locally owned and a proud sponsor of the U of A radio broadcast. So if you've been injured, make the right choice first.
First Chiropractic, good health is to enjoy.
Back your hometown favorite. Get your very own exclusive University of Arizona debit card from Hughes Federal Credit Union. Pair your new card with a free checking account that earns dividends with no monthly fees, no minimum balance, and convenient 24/7 online and mobile banking. Visit one of our 7 convenient branch locations to get your card instantly or open an account online at hughesfcu.org/wildcats. Show your Wildcat spirit all year long with Hughes Federal Credit Union. Certain restrictions apply. Insured by NCUA.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's me, your furnace, man. Hey, can I get a light here, man? I know we live in Arizona, so I understand I'm not, like as cool as your air conditioner. But I still need a tune-up at least once a year, man. So get the best in town, man. Goodfellas AC, bro. Hey, anybody smell that, man? I swear it wasn't me. Okay, it was me.
Good service, good prices, Goodfellas. GoodfellasAC.com.
Hi, this is Peter Costa, former governor of the New York Stock Exchange and proud member of the Advisory Business Council with Meridian Wealth Management. One thing I've learned over 40 years on the floor is the value of a trusting relationship with your financial advisor. After all, everyone is a genius when the markets are going up, but when they drop, that's when the guidance of a professional is most important. For more information about Meridian, call 719-1433 or visit online at meridianwealthllc.com.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Looking for fun? O'Reilly Chevrolet has EVs in stock and ready to roll. Chevy's led the EV charge since the Bolt in 2016, and now we're keeping it going with the all-electric Blazer, Equinox, and Silverado. Innovation, power, and savings all in one ride. Come see us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or visit O'Reilly.com. The Chevy EVs are here, and the future is electric. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet. Bear down, Wildcat Nation. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A basketball continues. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day, a full wrap-up of today's Wildcats contest. Top takeaways, reaction from the players and head coach Tommy Lloyd, plus your thoughts on what you saw. The postgame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. This is your home for Arizona basketball. Wildcats Radio 1290.
Karchenkov ahead to Bradley. Bradley weaving his way, spins, underhand shot, it goes in, and he's fouled. Oh, put that one on the highlight reel for Jaden Bradley. Spin move, tossed it up, and somehow it had just enough spin and momentum to go in.
Beautiful coast-to-coast move there by Jaden Bradley, as you mentioned, getting to that rim with a little English and a little bit of touch.
If you missed it, head on over to our Twitter account, Wildcats1290. We've got that play up there in our 1290 ISOs of the 13 points that Jaden Bradley had in the first half of the game. 84-49 Wildcats over Northern Arizona tonight.
The finish was nice, but the spin, Kelvin, that tight spin in traffic, that spin was lightning quick.
Yeah, no, real nice and compact, man. He's a great finisher in the lane around the rim. He can really put pressure on that rim.
Liked it for sure. Jaden Bradley, 3 of 5 from the field tonight. He finished with 13 points in the game. Be quiet now. My computer is making noises. Jaden Bradley, 13 points, 5 of 5 from the line. Love to see that as well. And he had 3 rebounds to go along with 3 assists and 2 steals. Did turn it over twice. Wildcats had 14 turnovers in the ball game tonight in winning big. So, who beat the book tonight? Let's find out.
Cats beat the spread? It's time to find out how we bet the book and if we beat the book. Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf.
Northern Arizona was getting 34.5 points in this game tonight. They lose by 35. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't make this stuff up. And it looked like, I mean, they actually, it looked like when I left, I was like, oh, they're going to win this game by 40-plus points. Arizona was, but it came back down. Unfortunately, we all took Northern Arizona plus the 34.5 points, so we all lose on that one by a half point.
That's why Vegas is Vegas. Literally, there's a lot of maths, a lot of experience that goes into setting those lines, a lot of understanding of what's going on, and that's why you'll see this, DK. 34.5 spread, 35 is the result.
That is something to see right there.
On a three-pointer with, 5 seconds left?
Yep, there you go. I think Dragon Ball's dad texted him, that was, I think he had 35.5.
I saw 35.5, yeah.
He had 35.
That's what I saw, yeah.
Exactly. Let's go over-under. The over-under on this one was 164.5, and it came in, obviously, a lower-scoring game, I think, that we thought. We thought maybe Northern Arizona would have a little bit more punch than they did. So 133 was the final number there, so it came in well under by 31 points, the 164.5. Kelvin and I had the under on that, so we cashed a ticket there. J-Dub had the over, unfortunately, so 2 losing tickets there. Kelvin and I get splits tonight. J-Dub and Kelvin are 2 and 4, and I get my first win at now 1 and 5.
Woo.
So we still got a lot of work to do to figure out how to play these games involving the Wildcats.
Early season college basketball, yeah, that's because, again, the Vegas experts are setting a line that they think. But guess what? There's a lot of new pieces you're working in, a lot of fresh faces, transfers. Takes time to get that going on both sides, right? A lot of times you'll see new coaching staff. So once you get a couple, 3 weeks into the season and beyond, it's a little bit maybe cleaner.
520-848-1290, 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. You can call us at that number. You can text us at that number. We are now live streaming at the moment on Instagram. So if you want to check in on our Instagram page, you can watch the show there as well. U of A for Life has checked in and says, are they ever going to put in Bryce James?
No. This game probably will let us know that a red shirt is not only likely, but it's probably what they've decided behind the scenes, right? We haven't heard any information, but one would think that this game would be the game that Bryce would have gotten into, Kelvin, because one game, again, if you don't know, you play in one game and call it a counting game, not preseason games, exhibition games, but a counting game, and that's your whole year.
Yeah.
Gone.
And how many guys of the reserve squad played tonight? 6 got in. Jackson Francois, Jackson Cook, C.D. Gaye, Evan Nelson got 6 minutes. Addison Arnold played, and so did Sven Jopmo. That pretty much tells you what you need to know there in terms of Bryce James, I should say. A lot of Jacksons on this team, Jackson Francois and Jackson Cook. But, yeah, Bryce James likely going to redshirt this season for the Arizona Wildcats. One of the things that then we'll get to it when we get to the keys of the game, but I wanted to see more Evan Nelson tonight than just that 6 minutes, but
the one thing I will say is he did get in there, Kelvin, and he threw a cross-court pass, three-quarter court, cross-court pass, like that. And again, it's just a one pass, and those are the kind of passes that freshmen make. And at this level, you got to know that kind of pass, if it's not a bullet to a wide open guy in the corner, is likely going to get picked off, and that one did.
2 turnovers in his 6 minutes tonight for Evan Nelson. 84-69, the final. That is who beat the book tonight.
Bet the Book is sponsored by Casino del Sol. Casino del Sol, home of award-winning dining, gaming, resorts, and golf. Our Window Depot postgame coverage rolls on. This is Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day. The postgame show is brought to you by ABC Heating and Cooling, Arizona Commercial Lighting, Blue Sky Pest Control, Broadway and Tucson's 20th anniversary season, Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing, First Choice Pools, Goldberg and Osborne, The Injury Lawyers, Gospel Rescue Mission, Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates, O'Reilly Chevrolet, Shamrock Heating and Cooling, Showtime Sports Cards, Tucson Appliance Company, JT Auto, Lexus of Tucson, Mr. Rooter, Recon Auto Detail, Right Way Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, Rocking K, a master planned community designed by nature, and by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived.
Broadway in Tucson presents the 20th anniversary season featuring 7 Tucson premieres, including Disney's Beauty and the Beast, Hell's Kitchen, Moulin Rouge, The Wiz, Back to the Future, Dr. Seuss's How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and more. Secure your signature season tickets today and get the best seats at the lowest prices. Visit BroadwayInTucson.com and secure your 2025-2026 season tickets today.
Ugh, no, not the sink. Not now.
Plumbing issues can put your life on pause. But with anytime emergency scheduling, the Neighborly Done Right promise, and more, Mr. Rooter Plumbing will have your life flowing again in no time.
All fixed. Much better.
Mr. Rooter is proud to cheer on the Cats. Mention this ad for 10% off any plumbing service. A win for the whole family. Bear down, Arizona.
Mr. Rooter Plumbing, a Neighborly company.
The future of fun is here at O'Reilly Chevrolet. We've got EV Blazer, EV Equinox, and EV Silverado in stock now with instant acceleration, zero gas, and lower maintenance costs. Act fast. Federal incentives end September 30th. Visit us on Broadway next to Park Place Mall. Call 747-8000 or go to O'Reilly.com. Chevy EVs are here, and the future is electric. O'Reilly Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
O'Reilly Chevrolet.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
Sean Furrier for Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. November is here, and if you've got holiday travel plans or you're just trying to cross town through the crazy road construction, Jack Furrier has great news with our biggest rebates of the year. Get back $160 to $220 on all Michelin brand tires, including smooth riding, long-lasting Michelin Defender 2. Check out jackfurriers.com for even more November specials. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the local choice with great service and 14 award-winning locations. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care since 1960. We're here to get you there.
The garage is more than a place to park your car. It holds prized possessions, and for most, it's a bustling entryway to the home. That's why LiftMaster designed the first ever opener with a built-in wide-angle camera and two-way audio, so you can see what matters and secure what's inside. Ensure your family and prized possessions are secure with a reliable garage door opener that's built to last and powered by MyQ for smartphone control. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol, where Tucson's best just got better. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards that take your experience to the next level. More thrills, more perks, more of what makes Casino del Sol unforgettable. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
Every day is a balancing act, with work, family, goals, all asking for more. It helps to have tools that meet you at every step and a team that will always be by your side. We're ICCU. We're a credit union that has been helping members achieve financial success since 1940. In fact, we put member success first, one by one, year after year, for 85 years and counting. Now, we're here for you, Tucson. Join us, ICCU.
The cold Arizona nights are here. Is your furnace ready? For just $59, Right Way is offering a complete system tune-up, ensuring your furnace runs efficiently to keep your home comfortable all season long. Routine maintenance is key to avoiding costly breakdowns. And with over 11,000 5-star Google reviews, you can trust Right Way to get the job done right. Plus, we'll include a free carbon monoxide test for your peace of mind. Call Right Way today at 520-640-2665 or visit us at rightwayac.com for your $59 complete system tune-up.
Well, it's that time of year. You dress the kids up for the holiday parties, and they hate it. You dress everybody up for the annual holiday card picture, and Well, everybody hates that. You even dressed the turkey. And we're pretty sure he's not happy about that. This year, dress up your yard in time for the holidays. Call Dorado Rockin' Materials, and we promise there will be no complaints. Make your yard beautiful and worry-free with their personal service and convenient delivery times. Dorado Rockin' Materials. The right service, the right product, the right price.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Bounce pass off to Burries, gets into the lane, lay it up, and good.
How long can he hang for that layup? Braden Burries just hanging in the air with that right hand, able to kiss it off the glass. The kid is an excellent, attacking the rim, playing downhill. That's where he's at his best.
Braden Burries, third game at Arizona, 9 points, 3 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 4 from 3, 2 of 4 from the line in 27 minutes. Braden Burry, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 block, 1 steal. Arizona knocks off Northern Arizona 84-49. The best of the plus minuses tonight went to Coapete, who had a 38, plus 38 in this ball game tonight. Jaden Bradley was also over the plus 30 line in the plus minus category for Arizona. Wildcats made 17 of 21 free throws in this game, so they continue to look good there of late after not necessarily shooting that well in the exhibition part of the schedule. But you'll take 17 of 21, 81% for sure. 5 of 5 from Bradley. Braden Burries missed a couple. You'd rather not see your guard miss 2. Coapete went 4 for 4. He's going to be a guy, guys. He's going to be a guy that's going to be at the line a lot, I think, this season.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, with that style of play, being physical and the basketball in his hands, he's definitely going to be at the line. You can tell that he's been working on that free throw. He has a nice arc on it, nice follow through. Just got to continue to get the reps. Just got to continue to get the live game action and take the shot.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, unless you have a NBA-ready power forward to match up with him, you're going to be reaching, you're going to be trying to body because he's just so active. Most impressive to me from Koa tonight was he got switched out on the perimeter, and he switched 3 times and was moving his feet against all the guards from NAU and staying right in front of him. So, and we've seen that, obviously, on some offensive post moves. But, yeah, there is no doubt that Coapete will live at the line. Real quick, back to Braden Burries. Kelvin, he averaged 19 field goal attempts per game as a senior. Now, as someone who averaged 40-plus points a game in high school yourself and getting to Arizona and not being able to get up shots in games like you did, that transition, that can't be easy to be that go-to, we need you to put up 20 shots a night every night for us to get wins. He knows he's surrounded by talent, but can you speak to that transition coming from being the go-to scorer in high school to being a guy who might get by 5 or 6 shots every game?
Yeah, no, I tell guys all the time, the high school kids, they be averaging 20 points. I say, how many guys in college do you think average 20 points? Right? I say most guys, it get cuts down in a third. Like if you average 20 in high school, you're probably going to average 8 if you're lucky in college. So, yeah, man, it's tough when you were the go-to guy. Usually most guys were the go-to guy all 4 years. Everything was around you. Your team depended on you to get shots up, for them to get rebound putbacks and to, to draw double teams. So when you get to college, sometimes it feels like you're not getting a chance to get going, right? You have to really learn how to pick your spots and understand how to defer and when it's going to be your turn. So I think that's just a matter of playing in these games and getting a feel for it.
Last year it was 20. 20 players in the entire country last year averaged 20 or more.
Yeah.
Crazy for sure. 520-848-1290 is the number to get in on the program. Let's find out what we thought Arizona needed to do to win this game against Northern Arizona tonight, which they did.
Keys to the game go for your Wildcats. Our keys to the game are brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, who went first tonight?
I think it was Kelvin or you. I think.
Right. Let's hear Kelvin's then.
You don't want to underestimate your opponent, man. I think they learned a little bit about that. They got a lot of young guys on the team who probably, sit back and want to see if the seniors kind of get it going. Well, you can't underestimate anybody you're playing. So the guys got to come out, get right on top of NAU. I think that's what's important right away. You have to out-rebound teams that you're bigger than. So I say you have to out-rebound them, I think, by more than 10, I believe, in this game right here. And then it's a game that I want to continue to see Berries and the young guys kind of get a little comfortable because after this game, there's not going to be much room to wait and see what we got.
So you said plus 10 and it ended up being plus 13 on the board. So not dramatic, but right where you thought they would be there.
Yeah, right where I thought they would be. I knew NAU would battle and fight. I knew it wouldn't just be a layup, but you still wanted to see some type of dominance with the guys being in double figures, winning that battle.
Solid Coapete, Moteus Krivas both with 7, and we mentioned Toby Walker had 9, just missing out on a double-double. My keys. We talked about bounce-back games last time against Utah Tech, and I think one guy I'd like to maybe see have a bounce-back game is Moteus Krivas. We want to see everybody playing at a high level, and I think Moteus got into some foul trouble in that game Friday night, much like Braden Burries had gotten into foul trouble in the game on Monday against Florida, and that kind of took him out of it. So, better defense, less fouls is always going to be important, I think, for this team moving forward. You don't want to give teams free opportunities, and if you're Moteus Krivas in particular, you want to try to stay out of foul trouble tonight. Get on the floor. I'd love to see Moteus get his first double-double tonight. Let's get 10 plus and 10 plus for Moteus Krivas going so he can start to begin to feel comfortable as well. So that would be one of my keys tonight, and a solid performance by the starting big man, the junior out of Lithuania. Also, I think you mentioned the rebounds. That was also one of my tones. Rebounding is going to be important. You talk about the fact that you're bigger than them. And I would go even higher than that. I think you said 10 plus. I would go 15 plus. Dominate the boards for the Arizona Wildcats in this game against NAU. That would be awesome to see as well. And I think for the other freshmen, I just want to see them continue to be solid out there. I think a strong game from Coapete, shooting the basketball, rebounding the basketball as well, getting him some of those boards going on that side to help you get to that plus 15 would be great. And another smooth game for Braden Burries. Get to those spots like he talked about. Don't get into the early foul trouble reaching and reacting game. Use your feet to get to those spots and be able to defend at that end of the floor so that you can get into that 3-level phase at the offensive end. Those will be the things that I think will be important tonight for Arizona against the Lumberjacks. I didn't quite get to the double-double for Moteus Krivas, 12 and 7 tonight, but again, I thought it was a solid performance for him. But the thing that really stands out through these first 3 games is just that each one of these freshmen has had a big ball game. You had Coapete with the 30 against Florida. You had Braden Burries with the 18 against Utah, and you had Dwayne with the 18 tonight. I like that they've all had a chance to have a big role in these first 3 games.
Yvonne with the double-double, right?
I was going to say that.
Yeah,
First game,
Yvonne.
yeah.
Yep, 12 and 10. Absolutely. Can't leave out our guy, Yvonne.
There's no doubt. Guys, Carter Bryant last year played less than 20 minutes a game. He averaged 6 points. He was the 14th pick, right? This is never going to be a program under Coach Lloyd that you're going to see guys with 25 and 10. That Damon stat line, Kelvin, is not likely to happen if everybody's touching the ball, everybody's sharing the ball, and the best shot is a good shot. So getting all those freshmen involved early and understanding that that's the case, that we're not looking for 1 or 2 guys to take every shot. We're looking to get everybody else involved. It's just going to help down the road.
J-Dub's keys to the game.
For me, I think it starts and ends with what's happening Friday. Not look past the Lumberjacks, but Cronin's team is going to play hard on-ball defense. I think tonight the Arizona Wildcats need to take care of the ball. They need to not have any kind of sloppy passes in the passing lanes where Lumberjacks can get at it, and be really strong while bringing the ball up. Just make sure that you're always – this should be a lesson on every single game, But with the game around the corner and the defense that we know is coming, just a good time to make sure that you're sure-handed and not being sloppy with it. Get out to a big lead. I know that I said under in this game, but I think I'd love to get them out to a big lead and have the Cats have the ability to get guys like Aristode and guys like Nelson in the game for some meaningful minutes against, a decent quality team. And number 3, just, limit the open layups and threes from the NAU side. It doesn't matter what level of competition you're playing. You communicate on defense is going to take time. It always takes time for people to get to know each other and players to understand tendencies offensively. But defensively, it's always communication, right side, left side, letting the players that you're playing with, letting your teammates know what offensive players are doing on their backside, on their blind side that they can't see. Practice those communications. No backdoor cuts by Lumberjacks for wide open layups, that kind of thing. Limit open threes. And that's what I'll be looking at tonight as my keys for the game. Yeah, I mean, I didn't see a ton of open layups. What I did see was Northern Arizona was not settling for threes, right? Like it seemed like a lot of their movement was trying to go right at by a ISO, especially mid post type stuff where they're just trying to take them off with a lot of like spin left, spin right, Kelvin, and try to get some kind of look. Even the non post players, but I didn't see a ton of defensive breakdowns, which is good to see. I didn't see a ton of times where they left wide open Lumberjacks right under the rim, and the 17 points in the first half kind of speaks for itself.
I didn't see a whole lot of messy passing, but did you guys notice any of that? I mean, there was nothing that stands out to me from what I saw.
Like I said already, I think as a backup point guard, Braden Burries needs to be stronger with the ball with the defender in his vicinity. You can't have someone reach in your cookie jar and just take it away from you. It happened twice to him. And then that cross-court pass, obviously, by Evan Nelson in garbage time. But other than that, I think that the passes, what they have, again, 4 turnovers in the first half.
Right.
I mean, you're going to – that's amazing. Anything under 6, 7 per half is great, especially with how much they pass the ball. But the team that's moving the ball around a lot, you could settle for 6, 7 assists, maybe 14, 12, 14 for the game. But, 4 assists, and then the second half was just what it was.
And only 11 fouls, man. If we could play a big-time game with 11 fouls, that would be a great thing.
I don't know if the refs will let that happen.
No. All right, that's what we thought the Wildcats needed to do to win this game over Northern Arizona.
Those were today's keys to the game. They're brought to you by Royal Automotive Group. Royal Automotive Group, the dealership that is different.
All right, we'll get a timeout here. We'll come back. We'll check the scoreboard as well as hear from the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats. Still to come, Tommy Lloyd, 84-49. Arizona over Northern Arizona, along with J.W. Madden and Kelvin Ifan, the captain. I'm David Kelly. You're listening to Wildcats Radio 1290.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
Wildcat fans, where do you go when the final buzzer sounds? You don't head home. You head to Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies, Tucson's home court for great food, craft beer, and nonstop fun. At Roadies, you can bowl, throw an axe, play arcade games, or grab a burger while the next game plays on the massive screens. Then, catch the newest movies right next door at Roadhouse Cinemas with luxury recliners and full in-seat dining. Game days, movie nights, anytime. Make it a win at Roadhouse Cinemas and Roadies on the corner of Grant and Swan.
Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Always trust the big guy. Mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair at coolwillies.com. Cool Willie's is proud to be a partner of the University of Arizona Wildcats basketball radio broadcast. 2 powerful teams working hard for you to get the job done right every day. Cool Willie's Air and Plumbing. Big enough to help, small enough to care. Remember to mention your Wildcats and receive $50 off any repair. coolwillies.com.
Do you trust those in charge of your financial future? Trust is founded on 3 core principles: competence, honesty, and benevolence. Those making decisions about your financial future should always place your best interest ahead of their own. I'm Natalie Fernandez-Lee, and at Meridian Wealth Management, fostering trusted relationships with our clients is our top priority. Call us at 719-1433 or visit meridianwealthllc.com to learn more today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Do you often worry you left your garage door open? With the LiftMaster garage door opener powered by MyQ, you'll never worry again. You can control, secure, and monitor your garage from your smartphone anytime from anywhere through the MyQ app. As an authorized LiftMaster dealer, we have smart openers designed for your needs, including belt drive motors for ultra-quiet operation, integrated camera for live video streaming, and battery backup that lets you in when the power is out. The team at Kaiser Garage Doors and Gates are your locally owned LiftMaster professionals. Visit kaisergarage.com to learn more.
Experiencing the natural wonders comes easy at Rockin' K. Nestled at the base of the Rincon Mountain foothills, enjoy stunning mountain views up close every day. 6 model homes are now open to tour at Del Webb at Rockin' K. Here, life is about more than just beautiful homes. It's about the experiences waiting outside your front door at this new 55-plus active adult neighborhood. LiveRockingK.com. Designed by nature. Proud U of A radio broadcast sponsor.
Get your backyard summer ready with a custom pool from First Choice Pools. A backyard oasis built around you. First Choice is a full-service builder of beautiful in-ground pools and backyard designs for years of staycations. If you want to dive in this summer, now is the time to visit TucsonPoolBuilder.com. First Choice Pools for installs, renovation, remodeling, and repair. Get started today at TucsonPoolBuilder.com. Ask about our 60-day pool. To be summer ready, First Choice is the only choice.
Hi, I'm Lisa Chastain. No one should go hungry, especially at Thanksgiving. That's why Gospel Rescue Mission is hosting our annual Thanksgiving Blessings event. Join us on Wednesday, November 26th for a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal. Also, clothing, haircuts, additional resources, and life-changing opportunities. Celebrate the holidays with us, because Thanksgiving is better when we share it together. Visit grmtucson.com to learn more.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
At Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, we know your home is more than 4 walls. It's where family gathers and comfort matters most. During the month of November, with the purchase of a new HVAC system, we'll include a free water heater or take $1,000 off your installation. It's our way of helping keep your home cozy, efficient, and worry-free. Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, where home wellness begins.
Picturox Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
It's your time to shine. This is Desert Diamond Casino, the spot with Arizona's only hometown sportsbook, the hottest slots and tables, and off-the-charts energy you won't find anywhere else. Here, there's always a fun-filled, action-packed, downright unforgettable night right around the corner. So let your hair down, turn the sparkle all the way up. It's time to live the diamond life. Desert Diamond Casino.
An enterprise of the Thana Ogden Nation.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Gameday postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Knocked away, stolen back by Karchinkov again. Now the lead to Del Orso. Spins, lay it up over his head and score it.
Nice finish there by Del Orso. A little deja vu there as Karchinkov gets 2 back-to-back steals and 2 kickouts, the second one being more successful than the first.
There you go. Ivan Karchinkov, again, did not score tonight, but had a stat line in other categories. 4 assists. He led the way with assists tonight, did Ivan Karchinkov, to go along with 2 blocks and 3 steals in 25 minutes. But again, did not score 0 for 5, but liked that he did things in the other areas as well.
The more I watch Ivan Karchinkov play, the more I love his game, because you can see that he was a 12-year-old playing with men, right? Like, he wasn't getting shots up, Kelvin. And he's okay with that. Like, he's just out there doing whatever is needed in every play. He's obviously got a high IQ. He's been playing basketball his whole life. Parents are involved in the sport. So watching him out there, that's a 19-year-old with a man's body and a high IQ that just knows how to play the game of basketball. And shots will fall or not fall. You never worry about no scoring when you're only taking 5 shots. You take 20 shots, you didn't score, that's a problem. 5 shots, but like you said, DK, just filled up every single aspect of the stat sheet.
520-848-1290. Final few chances for you to get in on the show tonight. Let's take a look at what is happening in college basketball across the United States this evening.
Let's take a look at what's happening today around the rest of the country. The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
Number 5, Arizona beats Northern Arizona 84-49. Other games in the Big 12. 7th-ranked BYU wins at home 85-68. It was Robert Wright III with 26 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists for the Cougars.
They're going to be a problem, y'all.
Yeah.
I mean, Robert Wright, watching him last year, Baylor, right?
Yeah.
This is where he played his freshman year.
Yeah.
He can ball, and having him join that BYU crew with, Saunders coming back and obviously AJ in the mix, that's a tough team.
AJ, 18 points tonight on 7 of 12 from the floor, 7 rebounds. In that win for them tonight. The big game was a game involving ranked teams as Texas Tech goes to Champaign and falls to Illinois 81-77. Is they've got young Stojakovic is there now at Illinois. He had 23 points tonight. What's his first name? Is it AJ or?
I just call him Page's kid.
Page's kid.
I know it's disrespectful, but I just love Paige Sokovic so much.
Andres. 26 minutes. Yeah, he had 11 of 16, 23 points. Kylan Boswell, 38 minutes, 22 points. For Kylan, 5 of 10 from the floor, 9 of 12 from the line in that ball game.
I don't know if I saw him shoot 12 free throws in his whole time here. Yeah, because he wasn't really aggressive getting to the rim. Right? He shot a lot of threes.
Yeah. How about that? That's what we wanted to see from him.
Yeah,
apparently now
good for him.
He's doing it. He is doing it. So the Illini 3-0 at home. That'll be interesting to kind of keep an eye on them as the season.
Yeah, Tech is no
along.
slouch, right? That's JT Toppin's team. So they beat a really good Texas Tech team.
Other scores in the Big 12 tonight involving those schools. Number 25, Kansas wins big over Texas A&M Corpus Christi 77-46. Central Florida over FAMU, Florida A&M 97-60. Cincinnati is off to a 3-0 start as they win the Twyman Stokes Classic over rival Dayton tonight, 74-62. Top 25 action. It was Gonzaga big over Creighton down the stretch, winning that game 90-63.
It was 46-25 in the second half.
Yeah. Big time finish there by the Bulldogs. Number 4, Duke goes up to Army. They played at West Point tonight and won big. One of the
That's got to be like the Coach K Classic or something, right?
They got to name it that, I would think.
Duke didn't take it easy on him?
Cameron Boozer, 15 points tonight. Caden Boozer had 10 off the bench. Cameron starts. Caden comes off the bench right now.
Yeah, Caden's a shooting guard, and Cameron's a power forward.
Overtime, number 6, Michigan beats Wake Forest 85-84. Close game there. The Battle of Kentucky goes to Louisville 96-88 over the Blue Cats from Kentucky as they win it. They are the number 12 team in the country. It was Michael Brown Jr. with 29 points.
It's just weird because you think of Pitino and Calipari, right?
Yeah.
But neither of them are there anymore. So
nope, not at all. 10th ranked Florida taken close to by their rivals from Florida State, but the Gators get the win 78-76. Our guy Tyler Huff, is it Tyler Hawk? Tyler
Hawk, yeah.
Yeah, Tyler Hawk in that game for Florida. Thomas Hawk finished with 20 points. And 13 rebounds.
That switch from power forward to small forward is working out.
See, Ruben Chenalou, he was my pest of the game. He had 10 points and 16 rebounds tonight for Florida. They transfer from Washington
Did he get
State.
his jersey fixed?
I hope so. That was kind of funny, wasn't it?
Yeah, honestly, Tobey didn't really put too much effort or force onto that thing. I think that was more of a manufacturing issue than it was like a mugging.
Like an old Greg Pruitt jersey there.
Yeah, I thought they at least had a couple more in the back, and I see them with number 34 on. I was like,
exactly.
What Those little jerseys, you should
think,
have at least 3
You
each.
think Brigger would have shown up with just one jersey for a kid? Come on now. That would never happen here. 18th ranked North Carolina over Radford 89-74. Arkansas beat Central Arkansas 93-56. Auburn over Wofford 93-62. Wisconsin 31 up on Ball State 86-55. Kansas, we mentioned, beat Texas A&M Corpus Christi. That is well, let's just check and see if did our guys from Georgetown play tonight. They were not on the schedule. Who else do we have out there? Carolina, they did not play either. All right. So there you go. That's your scoreboard.
The Wildcats Radio 1290 Game Day Scoreboard is brought to you by Goldberg and Osborne. Goldberg and Osborne, Arizona's leading injury law firm.
10 seconds for station identification. This is Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day, Wildcats Radio 1290. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. Kelvin Ifan, JW Madden, I'm David Kelly. Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day after a 84-49. Numbers get all mixed up this late. 84-49 Arizona win over Northern Arizona. 3-0 now are the Wildcats. Kelvin, final thoughts from you on another big win as we head to UCLA.
You know, another big win, another team win. Got a lot of guys in the game. A lot of guys get to feel good about themselves. You get back to practice with that feel good and getting ready for a UCLA game where it's going to be physical and hopefully having all these big guys as far as that Tony Lord has built this team up with all these big guys be effective to knock UCLA off.
I saw like the last 10 minutes at home, and I heard Matt say that's the biggest Arizona team he's ever seen, Kelvin.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When you looking
biggest? That's what he said. Biggest.
Yeah,
and I'm thinking like, okay, well, I remember Stokes and Rooks and all those teams like early 90s, like right before you got here, but right before Damon and Khalid took over. They had some big boys, but as far as like top to bottom, like all 14, I mean, it's hard to argue those, especially the 8 in the rotation. Ko is a huge power forward.
Yeah.
I mean, Mo Krivas, talking about Tobe, might be the strongest player in America. So whatever like hard hat.
And then Yvonne.
Exactly.
And yeah.
Whatever hard hat games you've seen versus
Aristode.
Cronin these last 3-4 years, I think Arizona's maybe bringing a little bit bigger hat than they had in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we look good getting in the airport.
Yeah. Good bus. Off the bus
look good
team.
in the airport.
Kay Millett checks in on YouTube, watching the show on YouTube, and says, I don't know if Kay is a male or female.
K-A-Y?
K-A-I.
Kai.
Kai. I'm sorry, Kai Millett. Says, DePaul beats Arizona. Is DePaul any good this year?
Not as good as Arizona.
They lost to Buffalo tonight.
Oh,
I think Kai might be a DePaul fan.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good.
Kai, you can't beat Buffalo, and you're going to try to beat Arizona.
Well, Buffalo did just beat Arizona a few years back. So.
Yeah. Oh, gosh, that's many years ago now. That was before.
Never forget.
That was before
Never
the
forget.
pandemic, wasn't it? That was before the pandemic.
Well, it was Aiton's year.
Yeah. It was. All right, Kelvin, we will see you on Friday.
Sure,
for UCLA. There you go. That is the captain, Kelvin Ifan. We'll take our final time out of the evening, come back and hear from the head coach after this. Wildcats beat Northern Arizona 84-49. Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day on Wildcats Radio 1290.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up with science.
You mean they don't use yesterday's newspaper?
No, they use the latest in technology and innovation to eliminate bugs, bees, termites, weeds, and more.
So no as seen on TV salt guns?
Nope, only solutions that target insect biology, using chemistry to help protect the environment, people, and their pets.
You are so smart.
Essential Pest Control leaves bugs belly up. Call 886-3029 or visit essentialpest.com.
Ready to score a new vehicle? Whether you are looking for a new car, truck, or electric vehicle, at Royal Kia, we know exactly what you want. A quality vehicle at a great price and to be treated fairly. We stand by our transparent online pricing, offer a 72-hour buyback guarantee, and you work with our no-pressure, non-commissioned sales staff. Royal Kia, the dealership that's different. OAC plus tax, title, license, dealer installed options, and $589 doc fee. Royal Kia, Speedway in Columbus, or royalkia.com.
JT Auto, where customers are family. Trust your vehicle to JT Auto, professional and reliable automotive repair and maintenance services. JT Auto is conveniently located off Fort Lowell and Country Club. Open Monday through Friday. JT Auto is a full-service auto shop with satisfaction guaranteed, offering you the best in tires and wheels, auto repair, oil changes, computer diagnostics, suspension and brake service, and heating and AC. Bring your car to JT Auto, where customers are family. 623-7066. That's 623-7066.
At Goldberg and Osborne, we know Arizona. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we've fought and won cases for the injured since 1989. Throughout our history, we've approached every case with a single focus: you. And we've got thousands of 5-star reviews to prove it. Put us to work for you by calling 1-800-THE-EAGLE today.
We are the rush, the pulse, the thrill you didn't see coming. Welcome to Club Soul at Casino del Sol. Now to December 28th, Club Soul members can strike it rich. Rush in for the $100,000 holiday gold rush. Join Club Soul today and get $20 free play. That's right, your first play is on us. Play, earn, and unlock exclusive rewards. We are Club Soul, only at Casino del Sol and Casino of the Sun. Enterprise of the Bosco Yaqui Tribe.
At the Window Depot, builders and contractors don't wait weeks. You get what you need today. Factory direct windows, doors, cabinets, countertops, it's all in stock and ready to go at wholesale prices. Whether you're tackling a remodel or a multifamily project, we've got job site quantities and no membership required. Our windows are proudly manufactured and assembled in Arizona with small business service and big box selection. Order online at thewindowdepot.com or visit a location near you. The Window Depot, more than a window store.
Day in and day out, we're inundated with commercials asking to review your portfolio or telling you to get a second opinion. This is Natalie Fernandez with Meridian Wealth Management, and I want to share the advice I give people every day. Talk to 3 different advisors at 3 different firms. It's important to understand their differences and find someone you can trust. I want Meridian to be one of your 3, and then you will decide who is best for you. To learn more, call us at 719-1433 today.
Advisory services provided by Meridian Wealth Management, a registered investment advisor.
Coach Tommy Lloyd here. Did you spend money on your AC this summer? My friends at Rightway will give you back up to $3,000 for those repairs.
That's right. No matter who did the repair, we'll buy it back for up to $3,000 towards the purchase of a new heating and air system.
No repair bills this year? No worries. Get 0% financing and no payments for 18 months. $3,000 trade-in for your old AC. 10-year parts and labor warranty. Plus a free system upgrade.
Have an aging heating and air system out of warranty? We'll inspect it absolutely free. Call Rightway Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing today. 520-201-8220.
My family was having significant challenges, so I dropped out of high school. I returned to school as a computer science major to support my family. And Earn to Learn and Hughes Federal Credit Union helped me get back on the right track, teaching me to be responsible with my money and planning for my future. Learning about the credit union difference gave me the life goal to never bank anywhere else.
Find out how Hughes and Earn to Learn join forces to support student success at hughesfcu.org/earn-to-learn. Insured by NCUA. Certain restrictions apply.
From offices and warehouses to retail spaces and restaurants, the right lighting transforms your environment. At Arizona Commercial Lighting, we've been proudly locally owned and operated for nearly 40 years. Our extensive inventory of in-stock lighting solutions is designed to meet both commercial and residential needs, with quality, variety, and value you won't find anywhere else. Visit us at 1436 East 17th Street or explore our offerings online at azcommerciallighting.com. Be sure to ask about available TEP rebates. Arizona Commercial Lighting, powering business through precision lighting.
A Window Depot coverage of the Wildcats rolls on. This is the Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day postgame show on Wildcats Radio 1290. Now, back to your hosts, David Kelly, the captain, Kelvin Yvonne, and J.W. Madden.
Hayden trying to cross over, gets to the free throw line, back out Del Orso, deep 3, rattles it home. Anthony Del Orso with his second Lexus of Tucson charity three.
A pair tonight for ADO, Anthony Del Orso. 3 of 8 from the field, 2 of 6 from 3, 8 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal in 23 minutes. Anthony Del Orso and the Wildcats knock off Northern Arizona 84-49, 3-0, heading to UCLA and UConn. Let's hear from the head coach of the Arizona Wildcats, Tommy Lloyd, after the win over the Lumberjacks.
Do you think that what you've seen from Aristode now that he's starting to shoot, because he went the first game and a half without attempting a shot, was it just a matter of he just had to get some confidence?
For sure, I think he just had to kind of find his way. I mean, all these guys have obviously had moments, in our preparation and our build this off season to get ready for these games, and but unfortunately, you don't get instant results, and so you got to be able to hang with a little bit and get some experience under the lights. So I expect all of our guys to continue to improve, and so I'm glad Dwayne had a little bit of a breakthrough, and I'm sure other guys are right on the precipice to follow.
How would you describe your guys' physicality?
Yeah, I mean, we're really physical. I mean, it's something we really value, and we play to it, and I mean, we talk about playing physical but clean basketball, and and really defining what that is for our guys, and that obviously impacts the boards and the paint, and even the way we pressure the ball defensively. So we want a big part of our identity to be physicality, and we want to be able to go toe to toe against anybody. I mean, that's really important for us.
Dwayne, are you seeing in practices, are you seeing him shoot like that or other things?
He hasn't made a shot in a month. It was crazy. I mean, he's a good shooter. I mean, I don't know what kind of question that is. Yes, I just said all of our guys have earned their opportunities over the course of the summer. He's a really good shooter. He just needed a few games to get comfortable. I don't know what it's going to be like on Friday, but today he was great. I think that's a big step forward for him. He's a really good player.
Can you talk about the progress of Krivas?
Again, Mo's another guy. He's worked really hard. He's a good player. He's gotten better, but you don't get instant results. And this thing isn't about instant results. These seasons are journeys, and you guys hear me talk about it all the time. And having a growth mindset, and Bruce, I'm not trying to be a smart aleck or anything, but these guys work hard. It doesn't come good. Maybe it doesn't come easy right away. You hang with it. I mean, that's the formula. You hang with it, you hang with it, you hang with it, you make a few adjustments, and then you break through. I mean, that's how anything of value in life comes with some struggle. And performance and player development is no different than anything else.
Are you seeing other things from him in practice?
Dwayne's really growing in all areas. Defensively, he's really growing. I think he's getting a better understanding of what we're looking for on offense besides making shots. I think he's just got to figure that out a little bit. And I had a very direct conversation with him during the game about what I expected, and you know what? And I'm not taking any credit for it, but whatever was said, he responded to. And it was very impressive the way he did it.
Games coming up, the ability to play starters, maybe less minutes than they'll probably be playing the next 2 games, and the benefits of that.
I mean, it's game to game. Game to game, how that is. I mean, obviously, I feel comfortable with that 8-man rotation at this point. Evan, we got him in a little bit earlier today. I should have got him in a little bit earlier than we did, but I was trying to get some other guys some experience. So, I feel like we got a really solid 8-man rotation. I think a big part of our guys understanding that rotation is just, how do we handle, fouls early in the game? And, our guys are big and physical, and how's the game going to be called? Can our bigs get through that first media timeout without a foul? Can they get through their first run without a foul? I mean, can our guards, get through that first media timeout without a foul? I mean, because then, basically it becomes a math equation. Now you have 5 fouls for 36 minutes, 5 fouls for 30 minutes. And that impacts, your ability to play, more minutes over the course of a game.
He didn't score today, but 4 assists, 4 rebounds, just his ability to stay with it without.
I mean, Yvonne's a really good player, and, he's going to have his breakthrough on offense. He obviously had his breakthrough. He already had a big game, against Florida on a big stage and played really well. And he's the guy that I expect to contribute in all areas of the game. And he's showing that. And, the baskets are going to come. He just got to kind of figure out, where and when he's going to find those. And he's opportunistic. He's really smart. He's a great kid. He's a hard worker. So I have no doubts he's going to be, more successful offensively going forward.
How did you feel about the offensive execution and flow throughout the game?
I'm okay. Okay. I mean, I thought, Northern Arizona's a scrappy team. Shane's a good friend of mine, and, he treated my son really good, so I have a lot of respect for him as a person and a coach. And, they fought back a couple times, and, our guys could have been a little bit stronger with the ball in certain situations. But finding rhythm on offense it's a continuing thing. It's something that comes and goes. You don't always have great rhythm. So when you lose your rhythm, you got to figure out how to get it back and what that looks like. Can it be defense to offense? Can it be getting in the bonus, getting free throws? Can it be, putting the ball in a certain guy's hands for a stretch of the game and he makes a bunch of good decisions in a row? I mean, there's lots of ways to do it, but it's something we got to be mindful of. We definitely don't take it for granted.
What does Crudis mean to what you wanted to defensively? How important is it just his defense?
I mean, all of our bigs are always important defensively, but, Mo has great size. I think he's really growing as a paint protector defensively. He may not be, Ralph Sampson, or, Dikembe Mutombo, blocking shots, but he's starting to impact the game around the rim, and that's something we've really encouraged him to get better at. So I'm really happy with him. His ball screen coverages seem to be getting a little bit better. His effort and attention to detail in those matter, and I'm definitely seeing improvement. So I think it's trending in the right direction.
Bill and Bryce weren't in. Were you planning to redshirt them?
I mean, obviously, redshirting's on the table for both of them. No final decisions have been made, but it's tough. It puts you in a tough situation. You play Bryce in a game like this for 3 minutes, it burns a year of eligibility. I mean, I wish it was easier. I wish there was, a set number of games you could play a guy like they have in football. I think that would make a lot of sense, for some of these kids, but we don't. So I can only operate with the rules that we currently have, because I want Bryce to have the best college basketball career and the most options in his college basketball career long term, whatever that looks like. And I just feel like throwing a kid with a lot of potential that's developing, he or Mobile, a few garbage minutes. I mean, it might feel good now, but potentially down the line it could be something you regret.
With Bryce particularly, could it, if you did that, maybe takes a little pressure off him because of who he is and people wondering, is he going to play every day? And if he redshirts,
I've been very direct. Redshirting's on the table for him. That's why he hasn't played in a game yet. Otherwise, he would be playing some minutes in some of these games, especially at the end. We've had multiple conversations with Bryce about it, so I think we're on the same page. Again, no final decision's been made because you don't have to make a final decision. So why would I make a final decision? But the decision as of now is to protect his opportunity to redshirt. That's the decision that's being made.
You kind of mentioned that, although they're not in this room, what was it like for Coach Murphy and your son Liam to reunite with NAU since they've had history?
I mean, it was great. Shane and a few guys on his staff came up to my house last night, and we've developed a really good friendship over the years. I mean, Shane's a stand-up guy, and he's a guy's guy, and he's fun to be around. And I could just speak from personal experience. I mean, he did everything right by my son, and as a parent, that you appreciate that, and as a coach, you respect that. So it was great. It was great. I know Liam. He's really happy to be kind of taking his next step in his career. Not playing anymore and in testing out this coaching thing. And Shane was incredibly supportive of Liam and everything. Everything he did at NAU, everything he went through at NAU. So I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Shane.
Coach, going to LA now to face UCLA, how excited are you guys about that, and what are you looking to kind of not repeat from last year's matchup into this year?
Well, last year's game has nothing to do with this year's game, so I mean, I don't even know, what is it? Don't lose a lead, I guess. I mean, I don't want to repeat that if we get a lead, but unfortunately, it's not that easy. Anytime we play UCLA, we know it's going to be a great challenge. I got a ton of respect for Mick. I mean, he's a really good basketball coach, and every time you play against him, the game's going to be physical. It's going to be gritty. That he his staff are paying attention to the details. So you have to be prepared. And so I'm really excited about the challenge. I think our guys are really looking forward to a couple of days of preparation. We don't need to get too overly excited yet because the game's not till Friday evening. But like I said earlier, I'm looking forward to getting home and starting our UCLA prep.
Regardless of the game itself, but like what you seem like you guys kind of had a turning point after that game. You knew Mo would be out, et cetera. Was there anything when you look back at that?
Well, that we were going through a tough stretch, and that was kind of, the end of it. We, going into it, Mo looked like he was turning the corner and really coming back healthy, and then like a couple of days before the game, he re-injured his foot, and basically his season was over. So then we were forced to, on the fly, kind of, figure out a little different way to play. Nothing crazy, but we had to make some adjustments, and that was the first game we really headed into it, and we had some success with it, but we also, had some struggles with it, and UCLA had something to do with that. We had something to do with that. And I just remember, feeling like, we were in good shape in that game to kind of secure, a win, which you never take for granted because there was a lot of time left in the clock. Because I think we were up, 10 or 11 or something with like 10 minutes to go or 8 minutes to go, and we lost. And, that was obviously disappointing. And, and it was kind of it had been a tough stretch. It had been a tough month. And, to lose in that fashion was difficult. But, we bounced back. We bounced back and rallied and started playing better and, and kind of salvaged what was a difficult start to a season and gave ourselves a chance to make a run in the tournament, and that's what it's all about.
Since there's always changes in players now, it's more about like what coaches do. How would you describe the best a Mick Cronin coach team? Like, what do you expect from that?
Tough, sound. They have a plan, and they stick to their plan. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to go X and O's with me? We want to hear it, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think you need any more description than that. Tough, solid, well-schooled in the fundamentals, have a plan and a conviction to stick with their plan. And whenever you play somebody that has those attributes, I don't care what they're running. It's going to be a tough game.
Well, how about the tempo, since he tends to play at a slower pace?
Yeah, I mean, he's comfortable playing slower. I'm comfortable playing faster. It's always going to be a clash, but we know. We've got to probably be comfortable, playing in some slower games. Today's game was a slow game. It wasn't. There was a lot of long possessions, down at their end of the floor, and we even had a few on offense. And UCLA's got to probably be comfortable figuring out a way to win some games playing faster. You just kind of once the game plays out, we'll both kind of figure out, what we got to do to try to get our teams over the finish line.
Sorry. So you're midway through this three-year series with them. How do you feel like it fits just playing UCLA?
I love it. I mean, I hope we're able to continue it on an annual basis. I mean, for me, I don't see any reason to not do that.
If you were not to have UCLA, would you like to try to play a game in the LA area each year as well?
Not necessarily. I mean, maybe if you have a recruiting deal here and there, but this is what I know. From what I heard, Arizona fans need to get out and buy some tickets. There's a lot of tickets available for this game. This isn't like the Vegas deal. So all our alumni in Southern California, we need you. We need you guys to come out there. I mean, LA is a tougher market, when we play in Phoenix or we play in Vegas, we kind of know what kind of crowd to expect. LA can be a little tougher. So, we need our fans to get online, buy their tickets, and come out and cheer their Wildcats on Friday night.
You have a freshman like Braden who's gotten so much attention and nationally, but especially in California. I mean, he's going back there in his fourth game or whatever. Do you have to talk to him about it, or how does that hit you?
I mean, not really. I mean, Braden's played in a lot of big games, and like a lot of freshmen, he's figuring his way out in this deal right now too. But I have no doubts that he's going to be really, really successful. So. No stress on me. I'm sure he's, probably trying to figure it out and scratching his head, but that's a normal thing for any really talented young player. It just doesn't come easy.
Your thoughts on the pressure he can put on the defense?
To be honest with you, I haven't watched a bunch of them. I know he's got a great reputation. I hear he's a dynamic offensive player, great speed, really good in the pick and roll game, great passer, great finisher. Obviously he was highly coveted by a lot of people, and and then UCLA really wanted him, and they got their guys. So we're expecting him to be at the center of everything they do.
Early, but he didn't play last night. And Mick said he was banged up or whatever. I mean,
I got no inside information. Well, I mean, I'm sure if he doesn't play, it makes a little difference, but we're not for 1 second gonna think that he's not gonna play. I mean, he's gonna play Friday, and he's gonna probably play, as many minutes as he can stay on the court.
The fact that you already had a tough game against Florida in a different environment.
100%. 100%. I love those games. I love these games at McKale. Anytime we get a chance to go out and compete, as a team, with our game uniforms on against somebody else is special. And it's something that should never be taken for granted. I know it's easy when you sit in your guys' seat to think that, they're playing school XYZ, you know what I mean? But I don't look at it that way. I have a lot of respect for competition. I have a lot of respect for our opponents. And I know that every one of these games is an opportunity for us to learn and go through experiences where it's not scripted. And you got to be good in those unscripted moments, and so I really value these games, and anytime we can play in front of our fans in McKale and Tucson it's a special day for me.
Hope or expectation for the signing period? 1 or 2 guys?
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we could pull a rabbit out of a hat or two. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Said though that it seemed like the trend was a lot of these top guys were holding off. Is that?
I don't know who said that's a trend. I see a lot of them committing. So let's see. Again, you don't judge a recruiting class until next fall. In my opinion, you can get easily distracted by this and that. Let's see who shows up on the campus in the fall. That's obviously what matters, because those are the guys that are gonna play in games. So whether it's the early signing period or the late signing period, or an international kid or a transfer, it doesn't matter to me as long as you're getting the right kids in your program. Thank you, guys.
All right, that's the head coach of your Arizona Wildcats, Tommy Lloyd, after a big win over NAU by a score of 84-49. On to the Intuit Dome in Los Angeles for a game against UCLA. So this will be the first time that the Wildcats have ever played at the Intuit Dome, which is what? This is the third season?
No, second.
Second.
Yeah,
season.
just opened last year, yeah.
Second season. So the new home of the Los Angeles Clippers. So
$300 billion fanciest arena in the world. That's what they say.
There you go. So get your tickets if you're in Los Angeles. Tommy shouted out the fans after the last game about coming to the game at Tucson, but apparently not enough of the Southern California Wildcats have bought tickets for this game yet.
I lived on all 4 sides of campus for 12 years, literally all 4 sides of the U of A campus. And in my time working on campus on University Boulevard and living on all 4 corners, DK, the vast majority of people I met were from Southern California as students. And the student body is always, you don't get into UCLA, you don't get to USC, whatever. You want to be close to your dad in case you crash your car, you go to U of A, you go to ASU. That's just been the thing for 30, 40 years. So I have no doubt that there are a vast number of U of A alumni reside in Southern California. So if there's any tickets to the Intuit Dome, I'm sure Arizona will be well represented, as they always are.
8 o'clock will be the tip-off on Friday night. Our coverage will begin at 4:30 in the afternoon with Meridian Wealth Management, Arizona Game Day. Play the song, J-Dub.
W-I-L-D. Cats. W-I-L-D. Wildcats. W-I-L-D. Cats.
Wild about the Cats.
First, they all were skeptics.
I'd like to thank everybody that was a part of these broadcasts tonight. We had Dusty Dale spinning the dials on the the FM side tonight. K-Hit 107.5. Dragon Ball David Amata.
Dragon Doll's a different thing.
Dragon. Ooh, should we get a Dragon Ball doll? Get
That we
going?
could do. You could do it on Wednesday when you're out at Showtime Sports
Oh,
Card.
that's right. Yeah, we'll be out at Showtime Cards tomorrow for DK on the Sports Tips. So join us out there. We'll be breaking some boxes. I promised Cricket that we were going to break some Star Wars boxes for that tomorrow. So.
I think we could call up our good friend Harvey Mason and have him remix this for us.
Yeah, I would
think he's a
love
little
it.
busy running the Grammys.
He's busy, that's for sure. He was overseas somewhere I saw recently doing Grammys work for sure. So I'd love it if he did that, though. That would be really, really cool.
I remember we talked to him a couple years ago, and he said, I told him we played this after every win, and he was shocked. Like, you guys still got that
He's
going?
like,
He loved it. He was proud of it, but he thought it had been put in the dustbin.
Everybody's got to start somewhere. This was the start of a career that now leads to being the CEO of the Grammys right here. Started right here on campus. So perfect example that you can be anything you want to be. Just got to start it. Get it going.
Even an 8-time MLB All-Star who played basketball in college.
That's right.
He was on that team.
Yeah, well, like our guy Clark Chris said at the homecoming, we got to get the Kenny to Cooperstown train rolling because Kenny deserves to be with that bus there in the Major League Baseball Hall of Fame. So we got to start getting that going. So thanks to Dragon Ball for everything that he did today. And as well as Calvin Ifan and JW Madden. Appreciate you guys as well. Let's give you that final score one more time. I'm looking for my attendance. Did you see the attendance, JW? I don't have any attendance on any of my sheets here.
I could look it up real quick.
Okay, let's see if we want to get you the attendance tonight, if we can.
I think this is the first time we've been through this whole song ever. It says here 13,740.
Yeah, 13,000 in front of 13,740 tonight at McKale Center. Oh, the song ended. Yeah, we got to. Oh man, we've never ended the song before. Arizona,
or jib jab.
Arizona beats Northern Arizona 84-49. We'll talk to you tomorrow. DK on the Sports Tip at 3:00. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. Bear down, Arizona. KCUB Tucson, a Cumulus Media Station. The Wildcats Radio 1290 studios are brought to you by ICCU at ICCU.com. We are your home for Arizona athletics. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
Thank you for listening to this special presentation from Wildcats Radio 1290. We now return you to your regular scheduled programming on the Infinity Sports Network.
Got in there with me. But I wanted to give a shout out to Carlos with the K because he's got the right team on number one in the power rankings.
Who's